I believe it's like episode 9 now. We're going to be talking all things football, FA Cup, Premier League, Champions League playoffs. To my left, I'm joined by Jamie McCready.
We're back, man.
I'm joined by Oliver Moore.
We're back again.
Oh!
Right, straight away, FA Cup action. We had FA Cup over the weekend. What are your thoughts? First game, United versus Leicester.
Firstly, Manchester United, Amarim's come out and said that the goal was offside. It shouldn't have counted. I think I respect that from Amarim.
Yeah.
I think that's a very fair point to make. I think VAR should be in the FA Cup.
I don't know why it isn't. I thought it was.
We hate it when it's here, but we love it when it's gone.
I know. I'm a big fan of VAR personally.
Okay.
Personally.
Okay.
What about you, Oliver? What do you make?
I mean, I think VAR wasn't in it because there's a lot of your Wigan and Leyton Orient, so they can't really access it. But I think
Yeah, but I'm sure you can.
I'm sure there's someone.
There must be ways.
I'm sure it's they can operate.
I think it's
down
just the
the road
money.
Or something.
I just think it's the money thing, right?
Yeah.
It has to be.
But I mean, if anyone wants to score an offside goal, it's got to be Harry Maguire, innit?
I mean, it's Harry Maguire, so I think we allow
Imagine they
it.
went on to go and win the cup, though. How
Imagine-
unfair.
I know.
Because
Leicester would be how done by if they've we conceded to an offside goal.
And there's VAR later in the competition.
The 5th round, I believe.
It comes
Is
in
it?
later in. That's what I mean.
All right, so either you have it or you don't.
So if a Leyton Orient, for example, made it all the way over there to that 5th round or whatever,
Well, what happened last
and they're
year?
at home.
United won the FA Cup and they beat Coventry with an offside goal.
that's what I mean.
Or was it the
happened-
offside goal for Coventry? One
Yeah,
or two?
Coventry scored to win and it was offside and it went to penalties and they lost.
That's a joke.
I know. And that was at Wembley, no?
Yeah,
That was in the
Wembley.
semi-final.
That was like Coventry's biggest game.
Even at Wembley, the VAR can't
We,
work.
but the thing is, very unlikely. We could have seen a second-tier side. When has that ever happened where they go ahead, winning the FA Cup and then play in Europe?
I know.
I mean, yeah.
When's that ever happened?
That's something in Football Manager.
Has it ever happened? Has it ever
Oh yeah,
happened?
Wigan went down. They lost.
Yes,
and they were
beat
in
City.
Europe.
They beat
Yes.
City. They beat
That's
City.
amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Well, should we talk about Oliver's beloved Leyton Orient?
You love them, mate, for some reason. Go on, talk about them.
Go on. All you.
It was a very, very difficult game to watch. I
Were you
think
there?
Leyton Orient, I wasn't there, unfortunately, but the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish had a stinker, couldn't do anything, tried to dribble.
Well, it's Grealish, mate.
I mean, Grealish hasn't scored.
Yeah.
All the commentators, whenever he'd be on the ball, he hasn't scored for like a year and a half. They'd be on that. And then...
And he's at England's 3rd most expensive
That's
transfer.
mental.
But I think we've got to talk about that goal from Leyton Orient, halfway line.
Donnelly.
What a goal, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable strike.
Unbelievable. It's good to get some of those goals. Again, it would have been nice for Leyton Orient to have won.
I know.
I called it, I don't know where I called it, but I called that City would go ahead and play a strong lineup. They did.
Yep, of course.
But, De Bruyne saved the day, right?
Of course, yeah. Kevin De Bruyne.
And I think there's been a bit of a falling out between him and Pep. But
I can see it on the touchline. He's not playing as much as
there was actually a
a
rumour. You know when Pep had all those scratches on his head?
Yeah.
Apparently.
De Bruyne.
No. Apparently him and Edison had a punch
Oh,
up.
yes, I've heard that.
And
Edison?
this
And
is
then
sort of
Edison
gone under
was
the
dropped.
carpet. And then Edison was dropped for consecutive games. And then I think from that, my opinion is he then had a fallout with all the senior guys like De Bruyne thinking he's too good. De Bruyne's come back from an injury. He seems to have played very little games for the time that he's been back for.
That's what I mean.
It's weird. It's weird.
It's
definitely
very
weird.
strange. Now talking about another one of Oliver's beloved teams, Chelsea.
Jeez, mate, you love the whole league.
versus Brighton.
Didn't even watch this, but go ahead and talk to
Neither
us.
did I. Oliver, speak to us.
I've just lost it.
First of all, what was the score?
2-1 Brighton. I mean, it's just Cole Palmer whipped it in. Vernon Bregan's handed it into his net. I was like, come on, we might beat Brighton. We might go into the next round. And then there's a sort of running joke. We was playing this naming game with my mates, with my brother, and my brother's stepdad, and he named Jorginho Ruta, and now we take the mick whenever he scores. And he scored twice against Chelsea, so that's kind of lived down. And then Tarek Lamptey, another question about VAR, should it be here?
Did you see?
No.
So he shot the ball, it's gone off his hand, and it's gone into Matoma, and Brighton has scored from that.
So what's happened is he's had a shot, it's deflected of a Chelsea defender, back into his arm.
Yeah.
And then it's fallen to Matoma, who's gone on and scored the winner.
Yeah, that's weird. Again, VAR. I think we need that, right?
Yeah,
In the
it
FA
is,
Cup, especially.
And you think about the pyramid. Obviously, I wouldn't expect someone like Tamworth to go ahead and afford VAR, but that's what the pyramid's about, right?
Yeah.
The club would go towards and pay for that. I do agree with the FA Cup scrapping the replays. That's not a necessary thing, but it could have also hurt a club like Tamworth to have the experience of going to Tottenhm. Liverpool.
Oh, God.
I'm just going to leave you two to
Are
it.
you wearing Plymouth Argyle colours on purpose?
No. So I heard a rumour about this game.
Yeah.
That, apparently before the game, the Plymouth manager went up to Liverpool and he hit Slot on the back of the head.
Ah.
And then he had a concussion.
That's the reason why we
with
lost.
The team selection.
Yeah.
That's why.
That team selection was diabolical.
The bench.
Firstly, the starting 11 is not a problem.
Yeah.
That bench was outrageous. James McConnell.
You have beef with him.
Thing is, I've never had beef with him up until yesterday. I looked at him. He wasn't exactly looking like a footballer. I want footballers and players to present themselves in a certain way. McConnell looks like he's just come into the... Well, not just come in. Obviously, he was in the squad for the Europa League last year. He's played some Premier League games. He just looks like he thinks he's too cool for school.
Yeah.
He looks like he looks like he should be there. You shouldn't be there, mate. You're awful and you should never play for Liverpool Football Club again. We've lost in the FA Cup to Plymouth Argyle. Some people say...
High face.
Well, look, some people say, we're fighting on all fronts for Champions League and the Premier League. The likelihood is we're probably not going to win. Historically, the Premier League, we should win that, but historically, it's against us. And for the Champions League, it may be historically with us, but we're not going to win it because something will happen when we don't win it. But even if we do win it, we've now been knocked out of the cup by Plymouth Argyle, and now all of a sudden that's 3 or 4 games that we've played, and Slot's now lost 2 in those 4 or 2 in those 3.
It's not good enough.
Like bottom of the league as well in the
Also,
Championship.
There's no need to rub it in.
63 goals or something that they've conceded. Why was Curtis Jones not brought onto the pitch? McConnell, what is he doing on that pitch? I can't get it. I don't get it. And also, that only having 2 senior players on the bench.
I know.
Gomez, he's not played in ages because of an injury. He's come back and now he's probably looking at a few more weeks out.
Yep. Not good enough. I do love Joe Gomez as well. Think he deserves more game time.
But then now we've heard rumours that Jota, Nunes, and who is it? Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz.
So that's 150 million right there, which can go to... I think there's 150 million pounds right there. We should get rid of Joe Gomez. We should get rid of Kwanzaa. We're going to get rid of Trent. We could get rid of Salah. We could get rid of Van Dijk. We could get rid of... We could get rid of Alisson. We could get rid of Alisson. We can get rid of a whole starting 11 of players in a year.
Yeah.
In a season.
Yeah.
And 3 of those main players could be going for free.
For me, Luis Diaz, very, very poor that game. I think if he doesn't improve, it is good to get him gone in the summer.
Absolutely.
Barcelona can have him.
But you know what? The player that I respected a lot in that game was Endo. Playing centre-back.
Yeah, I love Endo.
And I think it's a bit of a dig at the board, the fact that we're having to play a centre-mid who's then dropped to a DM in this time and now dropped to centre-back. He does not want to play as a centre-back.
I know.
In COVID, where Henderson and Fabinho played as centre-backs.
Oh, God.
Right?
Do not remind
That's
me.
because we were stricken of a squad. Now look at our squad.
We need a centre-back.
What other player would there have been? Nat Phillips, he's out on loan at Derby. Reece Williams, he's out on loan at Morecambe or something.
Is he still on our books even?
Yeah, still on our books.
Wow.
Billy Coutamea, he went a long time ago.
Yeah.
But we're looking at youth players to start in an FA Cup or a Premier League game.
I know, it's ridiculous. The board need to invest in centre-backs, and if we sell attackers, we need to reinvest that money into attackers.
I remember that year when we signed Fabinho, Shaqiri, Alisson, Van Dijk was part of that squad as well, I suppose.
That was Coutinho money.
Yeah, that's
really,
Coutinho money. But this could be Jota, Diaz and Nunes money.
It really could.
But now the market's become so inflationable, if that's even a word. If that's even a
I
word.
don't think it is.
Oh, well, it's become so inflated that 150 million pounds for Liverpool would get you 2 good players. Shaqiri was a steal. What was that? Less than 20 million.
I know. I love Shaqiri.
But then we spent 50 million pounds on Naby Keita, who, by the way, we'll be talking about in a minute.
Naby lad.
Naby lad. Yes, lad. Anyway, moving swiftly on from that diabolical performance. The Premier League. No?
No, we haven't mentioned the Plymouth keeper.
Hazard.
His name's Hazard, first off.
Yeah, nothing special.
Are you a bit triggered?
No, I'm not.
Come on.
Do you want to take a break?
No, I'm
Come
not.
on,
I'm not
come
triggered, bro. I'm not triggered.
Connor Hazard. Do you not rate that performance he had?
It was a good performance.
Is that all you have to say?
Made a good few saves, yeah.
And there's not a few. He kept Plymouth in the game.
He made a save from Jota near enough the end of the game. That should have been saved. He's done the job. Right?
Oh my days.
Someone's a bit...
He made a close range stop from Comey Kelleher, but it was hit right at him. And then he had one from Darwin Núñez, which he well hit over the bar.
I can feel the salt from here.
I'm not salty. Look. Plymouth had beaten Brentford in the first round before, and now they've come ahead and beat Liverpool. They've done something right.
Give some fair play.
But Liverpool,
Plymouth.
all right, we had a weak squad anyway. We still had Endo, we still had Elliott, we still had Jota, we still had Nunes, we still had Diaz, we still had Chiesa. Chiesa was awful in that game.
Chiesa is Chiesa.
Whatever his name is. Chiesa, that's what I call him.
Federico Chiesa.
You know, seriously. Seriously.
You're fuming.
I'm very frustrated, and you know, I don't blame Harvey Elliott for the handball.
Neither do I.
He's not a gymnast. I don't know why his arm's up there in the first
God
place.
knows.
But you can't blame him.
It was a poor performance.
The goal we still had like 30 minutes at least to get another goal.
End of the day, even the best teams have their off days here and there. So
and it's always us that we're lucky. It's not really been Liverpool.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden it's Liverpool.
I have
Imagine being an Everton
feeling,
fan.
Speaking of Everton, let's go on to Premier League.
Yeah, let's go.
Merseyside derby midweek this week.
Yeah, there's no way that we're losing this. No way.
Is that Goodison? Last one at Goodison.
I don't care where it is, mate. We're winning.
Are you sure? What are your predictions for this?
The prediction will be 4-0.
4-0, Oliver. Merseyside prediction.
I mean, Liverpool should win it, but I don't know. David Moyes has been on a little bit of a
Oh,
sneaky.
he has. Forgot about him.
Can't forget David Moyes, man.
No, the thing is with David
Everton
is...
cult
I
hero.
think Everton are only 1 point behind Spurs, by the way.
So if they win this,
No.
Yes.
The thing is, didn't they beat us last time with like Branthwaite got a header or something?
Yep.
Disgusting. That was another bad performance. You know what though? Seriously, if we lose this game, the Premier League race, if it's not already been opened, that's like a
We
tin of
also
worms.
play on Sunday as well.
Who do we play?
Wolves at home.
Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah.
That is
Cunha's
awful.
going to get you.
That's going to be a 4, 5, 6, 7.
So, Oliver, what's your prediction for Merseyside derby?
I'm going to say Liverpool should win it 2-1.
2-1. Only 2-1.
I think Liverpool are going to be a bit rattled. They've obviously had a bit of a knock of confidence on Sunday.
Yeah.
And so
I'm
they're going to try.
I'm really not impressed.
I say 3-1 Liverpool. I think we go 1-0 down early on and then we come back second
I
half.
said this to you. From my perspective, just thinking about Liverpool's games, we've not been in the best run of form in the league.
Yes, we have.
Somehow we're still 6 points clear with a game in hand, and I just don't get
don't know.
how. I don't
Because
get how.
Arsenal have dropped points.
Yeah, but the last 5
recently.
games we've got the same amount of points.
I-
We're all unbeaten in the last 5.
Yeah.
But Salah with 21 goals is some achievement.
And what is it, 13, 14 assists as well?
Mental.
I know.
The assists is
Ballon d'Or season.
13, and Anthony Robinson with 10.
I know, he's coming out of nowhere.
Do you think he'll come to
Seriously.
Liverpool?
I don't think so.
No.
He shouldn't do.
We're better off getting like
We're
Kirkes.
better off not getting him.
Why is that?
I don't want him.
You seem a bit angry
How old
today,
is he?
Jamie.
27 now.
Should we move on from Liverpool?
I don't
Just-
want him. You know what? Yeah,
you seem a bit triggered.
What player? I mean, apart from Shaqiri possibly going from Stoke, we sign players that play in good competitions. We do not sign players that come from Fulham.
We signed Andy Robertson from Hull.
That was before that we became
Didn't
great.
Stoke get relegated as well?
Yeah, but that's before
That's
we became
And then
great.
we signed
know,
Wijnaldum from Newcastle.
Right. Well, look, if Wolves got relegated, there'll be teams after Cunha, no doubt about
Yeah.
it, because he plays at quality.
Yeah, of course.
10 assists in the Premier League is a very, very good thing to have. But you do not replace Andy Robertson with someone else called Robinson. You don't.
I think we should just move away from Liverpool.
We're better off
in
getting Kirkes. Someone like
Yeah,
Kirkes.
Kirkes would suit you lot.
But he's got less assists, right?
Yeah,
but he's a good
But it's not
defensive
just about
fullback.
the assists.
It's about how you defend the ball.
That's what I mean. For me, I always like because I know
I
Trent and
like
Robbo.
attacking
I like
fullbacks.
attacking
So
fullback.
do I.
But Kirk has 24 games, 2 goals, 3 assists. But it's not all about that. Maybe
Yeah.
his defensive stats are good, but
It is very good.
Why has he got a mullet and 21? Oh, he's young. He's young.
Yes.
Okay.
I know. That's why I said him.
Yeah.
Robertson, get out. Anyway, City versus Newcastle in the race for the Champions League. If they draw, very good for Chelsea.
Yes.
Any reason as
because-
to why?
Because Chelsea
they-
are back in
Chelsea
top
are-
4. We're top 2 points, I think, clear of Man
I think
City.
Newcastle win this.
So do I.
I think Newcastle
I
win
think
it.
this is like a 3-0.
3.
Yeah.
Alexander Isak is going to continue his form, score a hat-trick, and tear apart Gvardiol.
City have Madrid midweek.
That plays a big part, doesn't it?
That's a really...
Who's
we'll
Pep?
get onto that later. of
Who's
course.
it's kind of like Pep needs to think, like, we've got that new centre-back, he looks a bit shaky. You've got Gvardiol playing at left-back, who's kind of scoring the main goals at the moment.
I think this ends as a draw, you know. I think 2-2.
I mean,
Hardly
the game-
gets one.
Newcastle win this.
I mean, the game was
Really?
a bit cagey at the beginning. Remember Anthony Gordon, that controversial penalty. Gvardiol with that screamer.
And yeah, you have what arguably the 2 best strikers in the
Yeah.
world, Haaland and Isak,
Uh-huh.
both going up against
This
each
season,
other.
Isak's been better.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
has.
I-
Although he doesn't have as many goals,
Yeah.
there's just a couple less in the league.
Yeah.
For me, he's been the best striker in the world this season.
Yeah, and how old? I mean, they're both really young.
Yes, very young.
I mean, the cup, he's only scored 2 goals, but it's the cup.
It's the cup. Who
Yeah.
cares about the cup?
His salary is £6.2 million a year.
Who, Isak?
Isak.
Yeah, well, he's earned that.
Isak, could you buy us a new podcast studio, please?
Our very own studio.
Anyway, let's laugh at Tottenham. Spurs versus United. The laughing of the bottle jobs. Spurs 14th, United... Spurs 14th, United 13th. Both struggling.
Yep.
Ange could be in trouble.
He was very...
If he doesn't win,
Yeah.
I think
Really?
he goes.
Really?
Yes.
No, there's no... well, I mean, who would replace him?
I've heard...
Graham Potter?
Nah, not Graham Potter. What's the
Gareth
ball?
Southgate?
What's the Bournemouth manager called again? Iriola. He's been
not-
linked with it, but I
not
don't think he'll
gonna
ever
leave.
leave Bournemouth. I don't
He's
think.
not. He's
You
not
don't
gonna
think he'll ever leave Bournemouth?
I don't think he'll leave
Ever?
Bournemouth. Not ever, but like, I think he won't leave. He's doing such a good job at
Okay,
Bournemouth.
for me, right, you just mentioned Gareth Southgate.
Yeah,
I
Southgate.
he'll be on there. He won't be the favourite to get the job, but I think he'll
I
be
think
asked.
if you're
He'll be
looking
up there.
Yeah.
for a rebuild, which Tottenham are trying to
Yeah.
do, he'd be better suited for that
Southgate's
project.
not a good club manager,
Yeah.
is he?
We've not really seen him do it, so he could surprise. He could
Yeah,
go
you
with,
never know. And
could
obviously,
go
when
with, he could get that bottle job mentality out of Tottenham, you know. But I mean, he's bottled two
it'll be a
Euros
bottle
finals.
job going to a bottle jobs.
A
wouldn't
wise
it?
Italian man did once say, "It's the history of the Tottenham."
Who's that?
Chiellini or Bonucci, one of them.
It was
Ah.
Chiellini. It was
They
Chiellini.
look, they look the same, don't they?
Exactly.
I mean, Ange Postecoglou kind of hit out the press yesterday saying like we've had all these injuries. I mean, he keeps on coming back to the injuries.
well, I mean, I would have been interested to see Harry's opinion on this. Obviously, he's not here.
Yeah, obviously Harry's part of the squad now, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Big up Harry.
Big up him.
Follow Spurs Direct. That
Yeah.
might help him
Well,
out.
well, Shout him out on it.
Don't
Nah,
follow
nah,
that. Nah.
Yeah, follow the boot
Subscribe
room.
to the boot room.
Yeah.
Click all the links in the description as well.
Right, let's quickly move on. We haven't got too long left. Bolton 4, Crawley 3. Who watched this game?
God knows. Oliver.
I just saw it. I was watching it. I was watching it on my phone. I mean, Fogdad and Fogden might be happy. 90th minute.
All right.
Mention
Cheers, mate.
Fogden.
Pieface is happy for Plymouth winning, so let's talk about
but
him
like-
even more.
You're very angry. This
I'm
You're
not.
very
I'm not.
agitated.
No, I'm not.
So yeah, it was a 90th minute own goal for Bolton to win. Bolton kind of pushing themselves up there, and then a red card.
Where are they in the league, Bolton?
Let me check.
Can't you
Well,
need to
your
do
show
this
notes
before.
should be, yeah.
Yeah, you should have done this before, Oliver.
And he's a slow typist. We might need to keep this segment going on the
yeah,
tiny bit.
come on now.
Okay. Sunderland 2, Watford 2.
Oh, let's talk about
Come on, you-
Watford for you, mate. You like
Yeah,
Watford as well?
We'll
Yeah.
come
Yeah,
back
but-
to Bolton in a second.
I mean, all these clubs are disappointing me right now. Seriously, Watford should have never conceded that corner. Should have never conceded the corner.
What corner? What corner?
The corner that Sunderland scored from. It was a disgraceful corner. Tom Daddy Bashir, I think it was, should have marked his man. The box, by the way,
Backman in goal.
no.
Oh.
It would have been 6 if it was, mate. It would have been 6. Although the keeper that Watford had, well, I forgot, he's a new lad, so I don't know him, but I thought he put in a good shift. The problem is for me is the corner that they conceded from. Some of them had their backs turned because they took the corner so quick.
Oh.
And it was just frustrating to see. And obviously, Watford, they've cost themselves 3 points. And it's these games, right?
That you need to win.
They've had,
Well, they haven't cost themselves
Well,
3 points.
Watford have had just over a month of having really bad results. But they've still been in the race and not too far off the playoffs. It's over.
It's over. It's over.
No
But
way.
You're 3 points off though.
No.
If QPR can get themselves there, maybe you can.
But yeah,
You're so angry
You think like that
today.
though? No, but you look at the players that Watford have got. They've
Yeah.
gone into the window and they've become weaker coming out the window.
Musa Sissoko.
What a guy.
Daniel Backman.
Backman's not even a footballer, mate. And
What?
Sissoko, right, on his day he's very good,
Yeah.
but
On
when
his
he's not on
day.
his day he's disappointing.
Musa on his day Sissoko. Yeah.
Moving on, Champions League.
What about Bolton? Where are Bolton in
Bolton
the
are
league?
level on points with Charlton just outside the playoff places, so it's kind of
Bolton are
heating
not
up.
going up.
Yep.
What league's that too?
League
League
One.
One.
League One.
They're not going up.
I mean,
Bolton.
Birmingham and Wrexham are kind of having that Hollywood battle.
Wrexham? Right.
Wrexham is up in
Yeah, Wrexham are.
automatics.
Yeah, Wrexham are like league leaders.
Oh, so they can be in the
What?
Championship next year.
Wrexham could be in the Championship. Yeah.
What on earth is going on?
Yeah, Paul
It's like one of
Mullen-
those sides, like like a Bournemouth, for example, like 30 years ago,
Oh,
they were
no,
like in League Two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
so
is what I do on
FM.
Create a Club Career Mode in FIFA.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Mate,
how?
Paul Mullen in the
Wrexham
Prem.
are Wrexham and
Paul Mullen in the Champions League.
I mean Wickham have kind of overtook Wrexham. They're 4 points behind Birmingham, so Birmingham could just go back up.
Does Akin Fenway still play for Wigan?
No, he's retired.
Oh,
Long gone, mate.
Oh,
Beast
my bad.
mold.
Akim
Anyway, we've got,
champions.
we've got a new segment that we'll talk about in a minute, right?
Yes.
But predictions for these games. Should we head through these?
First off, my favorite team, lovely Brest versus PSG on
Big
the
up
first
Brest.
game. Jamie, what were your predictions for that first leg?
2-0 PSG.
Wow, Oliver, what are your predictions?
1-0 Brest. Brest are going to do a miracle.
3-1
Wait,
Brest.
is it 1 or 2 legs?
Two
Two
legs.
legs.
Okay.
I go 3-1 Brest. Genuinely, I love Brest.
Next game, Juventus versus PSV. I think it's going to be 4-0 Juventus.
All right, stop going for the boring shouts.
I'm going to say 2-0 PSV.
1-0.
Next game, Dortmund have been poor in the league. They're going
like
to
12th
Sporting.
or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Sporting are
next
doing-
episode, we'll talk about that then. Right, Sporting versus Dortmund.
I mean, Sporting haven't been too good.
No, they haven't.
2-0 Dortmund though.
Oliver?
Victor Coquerez hat-trick. 3-0.
Who?
Victor Coquerez.
Ah.
He's going to come back. He's going to come back.
I think it's going to be 14-0.
What?
You told me to be a bit less boring, so why don't we just spice it
Are you
up?
being dead serious?
Oh, we'll split the goals then. We'll do 7-6.
That's
7-6
13
to
goals. That's 13 goals, not 14.
Yeah, you need a 0.5 in there. 6.5 goals.
Yeah, 6.5 goals.
Ah,
What,
okay.
XG?
No, goals.
No,
They'll score half
yeah.
a goal.
Yeah.
By the way, on FN yesterday, I had 55 shots.
And what was the score in the end?
13-0.
Who did you play?
That's not. You don't need to know that. Anyway, Feyenoord versus Milan. Milan signed Santiago Jimenez from Feyenoord.
Big man striker.
Hardly ever heard of
main
him.
striker.
I haven't heard of him.
I've
until
heard of
Oliver
him.
told me.
I've watched a bit of the Dutch league.
You watched the Dutch
Yeah, of course you,
league.
mate. Of course you.
I've gone over the
On
water.
what?
You're telling me Oliver Moore watches the Dutch league?
Yeah, you got Brian Bobby from Ajax. Kudus obviously went from Ajax. You got
Yeah.
Right, my mate said that they watch
Arne,
these
stuff.
leagues, but it's just a compilation on TikTok. So do you actually sit down?
Yeah, of course.
And watch the 90 minutes.
On what?
Yeah.
On what?
Okay, who is fourth in the Eredivisie right now?
Finals.
I want to fact check that. Can you fact check?
Yeah, I'll fact check that. And also,
Who's top goal scorer as well?
I think it was Santiago Jimenez.
Is it though?
no, fourth is Ezed Alkmaar, final of fifth.
Nice one, man.
Hang on a minute. Whoa, there's this guy we've got to talk about him. His name is Sam Stigen. He plays for FC20 in the Eredivisie. He's top scorer with 17 goals. He's 23 years of age. He's got 4 assists.
Okay.
He's 1.73 meters. How much is that in feet? He's Dutch.
1.73
meters in feet. Yeah.
That's like
Oh, I
6
thought you said
foot.
1.3
So he's
meters.
5'6", so he's a small striker. But yeah, he scored 17 goals for a side that currently sits sixth out
Right,
of
that's like
18.
my height. That's not small. That's not small.
I'm not going to get into that then.
Right, stop, man. Stop.
For a footballer, it's small.
No,
Okay, alright.
we got Martinez. Martinez is a small, but he's-
Tarek Lamptey.
And Martinez is not even a world-class player, mate. He's not even a good player.
All right, calm down.
someone has woke up on the wrong
yeah,
side of the
you've
bed.
woken up on the wrong side of the
Nah,
bed today,
What's happened to
Jamie.
the upbeat and jolly Jamie? That'd be like,
I don't know, actually. He's a good point.
Come on, stretch out a bit. Come on.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Manchester City. They face off against Real Madrid.
We didn't finish the prediction.
We didn't finish
Huh?
that. We're
The
comparing.
Celtic versus Bayern.
Oh, Celtic 4-0.
What?
Sorry, what?
Just you wait.
Sorry, what? Very
Hey,
Go
close.
on, Oliver.
me and
what-
Brendan have been
what's yours?
talking.
Bayern 7-0.
What, Brendan, you and Brendan Rodgers
you and Brendan
have a
Rodgers.
rapport, yeah, on LinkedIn.
Apparently, he wants to go on the podcast.
On LinkedIn, yeah, you chat to him. Oh, all right.
And on WhatsApp now,
All
so I've
right.
got his number.
That will be 4-0 Bayern Munich.
Okay. Next game, yeah, Benfica versus Monaco.
Monaco. 2-0 Monaco.
I have a friend that sports Benfica, so I'm going to, out of spite, say 2-0 Monaco.
Okay, out of this game, I'm going to say 3-4 Monaco.
3-4.
4-3, whatever.
What?
Whatever, I'm just throwing numbers
All
out,
right,
lads.
calm down. Calm down.
Anyway.
Take a chill pill.
Manchester City face off against the Spanish Galactical Giants,
This isn't
Real
the Super
Madrid.
Bowl.
Then
This
the
isn't the Super Bowl, man.
Someone must have said that last night.
All right,
let
hey.
him finish. Let him
One will go out in the UEFA Champions League, 5th meeting in 6 years, and Real Madrid top by 1 point.
in La Liga.
In La Liga. So what will the score be? They just drew 1-1 in the Madrid derby.
Ooh.
Pep Guardiola's men are at the Etihad. Carlo Ancelotti, by the way, he's got Jude Bellingham, he's got Endrick. I heard he used to play with Bobby Moore back in the day.
Bobby Charlton.
Bobby Charlton, yeah, not
Same
Bobby.
thing.
Bobby
mate.
Charlton.
3-1 Madrid, though.
Yeah, I'm going to say 4-0 Madrid.
Two of your
4-0
okay,
Madrid.
Oliver.
I'm going to go a bit controversial.
Connie, mate.
Yeah, speak up.
2-0 Manchester City.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's our podcast now. All right,
All
you
right,
woke
mate.
up on the wrong side of the bed.
I'm in a jolly mood.
Mate!
I seem to be the only jolly one here.
I'm going to blame it on the fact that I'm actually hungry.
Ooh, what you got for lunch today, Jamie?
Oh,
Yeah,
for,
go on.
For lunch I have, what did I get? I got a chicken triple. So it's more for less.
Just like my surname. More.
Okay. Alba Rudiger, Militao all out. Raul Asensio, who's that?
As a young centre back, he played at Anfield.
He's the one that cleared it off the line, I swear.
Yeah, he cleared it off the line. at
Oh,
Anfield.
he was
Him,
right then, wasn't
yes,
he?
he was very, very good.
Okay.
He's gonna, I'm assuming, come in play at centre back alongside Tuameni, who has been playing there
Tchouaméni,
recently. Yeah,
He's a good player.
Chouameni.
and also Vinicius Junior is in poor form, by the way.
Is he?
Anthony scored more goals.
He hasn't scored in La Liga in 3 months. Anthony
Has scored.
Has like 2 goals in 3 La Liga games.
And he's got a man of the match performance.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Please stop. Really? This free on the podcast might be the weirdest podcast
You know what, yeah,
ever.
I love it though. I love it.
I don't think us three have done a podcast since the first one.
Well, that's true.
No, we did
Oh, my
one.
days.
No, we did
No, it's
one when
true.
we were commentating.
Oh, yeah.
That was so random.
So when was that? That was like episode 5.
Episode 3 or
Now it's
4.
episode 8. It's been a while. So it's like 1 in every 3 episodes will be together.
Yes.
Oh.
It's my
nice.
favourite trio.
Yes. All
We're
right.
like MSN. We're the
It's the
MSN
most,
of
of course,
MSN.
I'm the Messi.
I'm the Suarez.
I'm the
Name
Nat
it.
Phillips.
Mate, you can't even cross it into the back post when we play lunchtime football.
Mate, I scored a belter of a goal yesterday. Anyway,
You
moving
go-
on.
You go.
Hey, I do my love, do my love. That should be our, no.
What are we doing?
That should be our intro to the unique leagues, which is a new segment on the show.
All right, let's
so
do it.
It's time for unique leagues.
We might get copyrighted.
I do my love.
Chill, we're gonna get
Santa,
copyright.
Santa,
We're gonna get copyright.
Our singing
chill.
is so good we may get copyrighted. Right. We had to put this in because one of our fellow guests, Trishan Patel, was part of the Pakistan Football Federation.
Yes.
Zaid, what's happened?
Well, I mean, I haven't read it.
Oh, really?
Apparently, there's a suspension or something.
Yeah, there's been a suspension. FIFA have suspended the Pakistan Football Federation due to its refusal to implement constitutional reforms for transparent and democratic elections.
What does that mean?
Essentially, what I've kind of gathered from Trishan and other people is in Pakistan they have elections, but it's not like our elections.
Well,
so,
like, for the FA or
no.
just in general?
So, for example, let's say there was an election in the UK right now.
For Prime
Part of the
Minister.
policies would be Conservative Party would do this to the FA and the Labour Party would do this to the FA.
Mm.
From what I can kind of imagine is one of the parties the party that won hasn't quite met the requirements that they said they would meet. So now
Oh.
they've been, so FIFA don't care. So now
So
FIFA, have put
FIFA
them-
like don't recognise them
Yeah.
now. Oh,
But this-
so they can't compete.
this
then.
isn't the first time.
Oh.
So there's been a few things. So Harun Malik, the head of FIFA's normalisation committee, in charge since 2019, has warned the PFF Congress that rejecting the reforms could lead to a ban. The conditions for the reinstatement, the suspension will be lifted once the PFF Congress approves the revised constitution proposed by FIFA and the
What's
AFC.
PFF?
Pakistan Football Federation.
Okay.
The upcoming deadline is the 15th of February. Essentially, it's a lot of, I think there's money involved. I think
It's
there's
the
a lot
day
of
after
things involved.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it might not be a romantic Valentine's weekend for them.
Yep, exactly.
They might be told they can't play football ever again, which for a football team isn't very good. Anyway, there's another thing. So there's a guy that I follow on Twitter, and I believe this is right. Again, I'm sort of taking notes. It'll get better as the weeks progress. Gangwon FC, I believe they're in South Korea, is said to have had serious talks with former Yuslan midfielder Lav Orsic, Croatian midfielder.
Okay.
The one that
Friends with
played
Luka
for
Modric.
You played for that Zagreb, innit?
Yeah.
Southampton.
I think so, yeah. Yeah. However, Paphos FC in Cyprus, I believe that's where they are,
Yeah.
offered twice the salary that Gangwon offered. So a return to the K-League is fantastic.
I was just
But what I believe has happened is he's now heading to Cyprus, not the K-League. I think that's broken down. Don't
Oh.
quote me on it.
Okay. No, we're quoting you on
There's
this.
been a bit of a lack of communication.
Remember last time Jim was like, "Oh yeah, Frank Lampard's not came in the Coventry,
Oh, that was
Coventry
it.
job."
All right, basically.
he got the job like
I'll
2
give you
days
this-
later.
I'll give
Should we check the Twitter?
I'll give you the story on that, right? So essentially, I did Kenny Aluko. Is that her name?
Emmy
Emmy Aluko. I did her and I broke the news.
Oh, God.
So she said,
That
no,
woman.
okay. What I did, right, was what I said in that message. Can we pull it up? Can we pull it up while I'm talking?
Well,
I'll pull it
alright.
up. Can you just talk for a few secs?
Okay, talk for a few secs.
Oh, no, just talk to about what's going on. What's going on?
So what's going on is Jamie's trying to put up a message of
Yeah.
his dire mistake where he made a prediction about Frank Lampard not getting the Coventry job. And then he say something like Ruud van Nistelrooy would
Yeah,
get
and
it
he got the
instead.
Leicester job.
And yeah, he got the Leicester job.
On the 23rd of November, 2024, I broke some major news, and I quoted, "I'm hearing that Frank Lampard does not want to go to Coventry. Lee Carsley was up for the job, but he's set on a return to the England under-21s. Ruud van Nistelrooy is now favourite for the job." Let me tell you exactly
Why are you lying for?
what happened, right?
Okay.
This is overheard in the
Let me
press
sit
box. And now, the person that I was overhearing this from was one of Lee Carsley's, her dad was Lee Carsley's mate, right? What definitely happened was Lee Carsley was interested in the job, but he didn't get the job, right? But then I sort of heard Frank Lampard in the equation, and then I assumed it when it was sort of wrong. But
That's
Ruud,
why you don't assume.
but Ruud
stuff.
van Nistelrooy was actually spoken to about the job.
Yeah, but you still got it wrong.
No, but I somewhat got it correct.
But you got it wrong.
Okay.
But-
Anyway,
but-
to finalise this part of our brilliant new part of the episode called Unique Leagues, and every week I'll be bringing you some of the coldest stuff.
What's the outro for this?
We'll do that in a second, but there's still 2 more stories.
Oh,
So,
it's still 2 more.
former Liverpool midfielder Naby Keita has played his first minutes as a Freddie player, which is the name for the Hungarian
Is
club.
that their nickname for the club?
It's
What? So he's played his first minutes. Naby lad, what an amazing guy. I love him. Other than that one Champions League final shot against Madrid.
That
If
was diabolical. I'm not
know.
going to get into that. He cost. He didn't. But he's
Thibaut
played.
Courtois cost us that Champions
Yeah,
League.
he was good. He was good in that fun.
Yeah.
Look, Naby Keita, I wish him the best. He's very injury prone, but the fact that we signed him
For like
£50 million.
Was it from Leipzig?
Yep, and now he's playing football in Hungary. I'm hungry, but I'm not as hungry as him.
I'm starving. I'm ravenous.
I'm Hank Marvin.
Who's that?
What?
Hank Marvin starving.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
Never heard that one before.
I don't
You've not
know
heard
about-
that
And,
before.
all right, and last but not least, this is a bit more of just a weird fact.
Go on.
Ukrainian goalkeeper Georgy Bushkan joined Al Shabab in the Saudi League.
Yep.
And in the second, and he is the second Ukrainian goalkeeper to play in Saudi Arabia after Maxim Koval did it between 2018 and 2022. He played with Al Fethiye. It's a bit of a fact, really.
That's just a fact.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Bit of a boring fact.
For an outro.
Yeah. What's the outro?
What's the outro for this segment?
Unique Leagues, brought to you by Jamie
should we just do
McCready.
the same as the intro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Unique Leagues here on the Boot Room. Hey. Do my la.
Yeah, shush.
Do my la.
You ruined it. Anything else before we end the episode? Anything?
We just want to say thank you for allowing us to reach 200,000 views. And
Oh, we
give
didn't
us
even mention
Yes!
that. Yeah. Hey, Oliver Moore, drop us the beats.
Yo, you can listen to the Bootroom podcast.
Don't,
joking, so-
don't, please.
If you saw the post on Instagram, you can now listen to us on Spotify and Facebook.
Yeah, if you're listening on Spotify, thank you.
Hit that subscribe button as well.
Thank you.
If you saw Jamie's facial expressions, that's worth a subscribe.
Yeah, it is.
I can't take you seriously,
Hey, look,
Jamie.
200,000 views on YouTube. Very, very proud of that.
No,
all of
on
us.
across all
Oh,
platforms.
yes, sorry,
Across-
across all platforms.
It's like 80,000 on YouTube.
And that grew in a week from, we're not going to get too technical here, but that grew within a week or two. We're going to make some improvements to the podcast. You might see us next week in some Le Football shirts, which we completely didn't forget today. We did.
Our producer, Tyler Quaid, didn't remind us.
Yeah,
Tyler, mate,
Tyler
can't.
didn't bring them, man. He was supposed to bring them in a bag today.
And also, we're going to try and get some guests in.
Yes.
But we're not going to talk too much on that just
That's a
yet.
secret.
It's coming up on the Boot Room. Zaid, take them away.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. This has been Jamie McCready.
Yes, it
This
has.
has been Oliver Moore.
Yes, it has.
I'm Cole Palmer. And I have been Zaid Glover. Oh, my God. Tyler's just reminded me to do the handshakes.
Oh! Hey, while I'm doing the intro. Da, 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 da,
No,
da,
no,
da, da,
no.
no. Hey,
Across
come
the table.
on, come reach me. Yeah.
I can't reach.
So thank you guys all for watching.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you guys all in the next episode. Goodbye.